Hello YouTube, it's me John Avenger once again, and welcome to another bonus video. This is of a box office bust month, and this is another box office bomb. This is a recent one that came out last year, and it would have been a huge hit, but again, Disney focused on the wrong things, and that's why the movie failed. This is a 2023 animated musical fantasy film produced by Walt Disney Studios. It was directed by Chris Buck and Fawn Vera Sunthorn in her directorial debut. I can definitely tell, and a screenplay by Jennifer Lee, who did Frozen, and yet this is not Frozen, and Allison Moore, based on a story conceived by Lee. But this story could have easily been. It could have easily been done 10 years ago, and that is the 2023 animated bomb, Disney's Wish. Now, did this deserve the bomb? Yes. Is it horrible? No. I'll get to some things I did like about the film. The few things I liked about it, because it's not the Disney I grew up with. This is the old Disney that, the old Disney is gone, my friend. It stars the voices of Ariana DeBose, who's fine. Her voice is fine. Chris Pine is a good villain. I like Magnifico a lot. I thought he was one of the better things in the film. He had one of the best songs. This is the thanks I get. Alan Tudyk was there. Angelique Cabral. Victor Garber, I forgot who he played. I think it was the old man. Natasha Rothwell, etc., etc. Yeah, there's Evan Peters. Yeah. The story focuses on a 17-year-old girl named Asha in the kingdom of Rosas, voiced by a 30-year-old, so you could tell it's not a 17-year-old. Disney can't cast teens anymore. They have to cast 30-year-olds to play kids or teenagers. It's stupid. I'm not dumb, Disney. Who makes a passionate plea to the stars in a moment of need, leading her to meet a living magic star which has fallen from the sky, and together they face up to the kingdom's evil ruler, Magnifico Pine. The star was cute. I thought it was the cutest thing in the movie. It's a golden star that shines and smiles, has a lot of personality on its face. He doesn't talk, but it's a very cute little star. The best thing in the movie. It reminded me of the Hungry Lumas from Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. And I would love to have one. Because that was the Disney I like. The star being, having personality and being squeaky and shining and, floating around. It was a cute little star. The movie wasn't that long. It was only 95 minutes. Well, without the end credits, so an hour and 28. But basically, you know what this movie is? It's a Disney Easter egg movie. It's literally a Disney reference movie. Everything in the movie, 90% of it is references to other Disney films. You have Pinocchio, you got Sleeping Beauty, you got, The Little Mermaid, the original. You have Pocahontas, you have Peter Pan. There's references to everything here. The Snow White, with the seven dwarves. It's too much. Like, it's just, I'm not watching Wreck-It Ralph or Ralph Breaks the Internet, guys. That was done. That did it better. You just failed with your overlong movie, your 100-year anniversary, and this is the best you can do? This is the thanks I get? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge? Yeah, you're not meta like Deadpool. You don't need to do this. The budget was $175 to $200 million, and the animation, I'm sorry, looked average. It looked like a Sophia the First episode. Sorry, but with Frozen, it looked a lot better than this. Tangled looked better than this. Princess and the Frog. Even Brave looked better than this. And the movie made $254 million, and that doesn't include the marketing and advertisements and all that. What advertisements? This came out like right after the strikes ended, and it was done. And the singing was fine, but it didn't whisk me away. Like in Frozen, Let It Go whisked me away. In the sequel, Into the Unknown and Show Yourself blew me away, because Adina's voice really carried a lot of that heavy weight in those movies. And I'm sorry, Ariana DeBose, nothing against her, here, but you're not Idina Menzel. Sorry, your voice is, average in this movie. It's a good voice, but not a great voice. That's what I wanted, a great voice. The film received mixed reviews. You can definitely tell. It says they praised the vocal performances were fine. Like I said, no voice acting got on my nerves here. The animation and references to the wider Disney canon, but criticized towards the plot. Yeah, I didn't care about the plot. It's every Disney plot you've seen in every princess movie or every Disney movie that you've seen back in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. You've seen this already, guys. This is a reference movie. Even the song that she's when she's singing in the sky, we saw that with Elsa. We saw that with Ariel when she's underwater. We saw that in every old Disney movie, Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. We've seen them singing to the sky or to some animals or something. We've seen it before. If you've seen it before, then this is nothing new. The songs were hit and miss. I liked Magnifico's song, and there was a song like in the third act that I thought was fine, but they're very forgettable. Like You're a Star, that song is forgettable. This is a song from Frozen with the trolls. And screenplay, yeah, the writing, some of it was awful. Like there's butt jokes with Valentino, the goat voiced by Alan Tudyk. He did fine. He has a British accent because he's doing his voice from Harley Quinn, where he's, I think, Clayface, and he does a British accent for some reason. Because that's topical. I don't have enough of that in my life. Not. Yeah, it became a box office disappointment, a flop. Because this movie should have cost 50 million and it should have made 250 and been good, not average. It was nominated for a Golden Globe, but not for an Oscar. This got overlooked and it deserved to. Spider-Verse was better. Yeah, it's way too long, but it's got better animation. It's got a smaller budget. It's got a better plot. Yeah, there's tons of references too, but it's recent references. It's not references from 100 years ago, guys. And yeah, the movie bombed badly. It grossed 64 million in the US. That would have been huge if the movie cost little, but Disney puts all their eggs in one basket for every film they made. It had to be over $200 million. Why? Frozen Empire wasn't that big of a budget. Or Godzilla X Kong. And those movies made money. This did not. It bombed. And it deserved to. Because like I said, you can do better. You could have done better with this. This is why Strange World flop and A Lightyear and all your animated movies after Frozen 2. Because you're not putting in the passion that you did before. Even Onward, it was very average. Not horrible. The animation was fine, but even Elemental, pretty. It was pretty to look at, but I was not invested in the characters. Asha is not an interesting character. She's very average. She's just discount Rapunzel, just dark skin with braids and trying to sound like Elsa, and she's not Elsa. Disney only have one Elsa, and that's Idina Menzel's voice as Elsa. Yeah, though it says the consensus is the Wish earns some tugs at the heartstrings. Not really. I didn't feel anything. With the way it's warmly referencing many of the studio's classics, but nostalgia's no substitute for genuine storytelling magic, no matter how beautifully animated it may be. Exactly. You have to have a plot that works on its own without ripping off other movies. You can't just reference it. References are not. That's not a plot. That's not substance. That's just putting things you recognize in a movie. This is not Ready Player One. You got to put more effort into it. Ralph Breaks the Internet did it better. There are references, but they come like in the second half. They don't come in the first 20 minutes. You can at least tell a story. And that song was way better with Vanellope and with Gal Gadot and all that. That was way better. It's a better movie. It was funny. This movie, I didn't laugh at all. I smiled with the star, and when Magnifico was, doing his magic thing, he's cool. Like I said, Chris Pine has won me over the years. He's a lot better here than in other movies I've seen him in. Yeah, it says, well, Wish feels like at times not a movie but made filmmakers with an original vision, but one assembled by focus groups with an eye on more fan service. Exactly. I've seen the movies you're referencing. I've seen them already many times when I was a kid and as an adult. I just did a marathon of films with my sister last year of every movie, from every decade from 1920 to 2020. And we already got through them all. The only movie I saw once was Onward. And again, it's average. Not horrible, but average. And Disney should not be average. It should be good or excellent. Let's hope for the best this year, that Inside Out 2 is not a waste of time. But yeah, and it says, Wish had recycled it maybe at least warm, funny-ish, and what it's hard in the right place, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, but which it lifts quite a lot from the movie Shrek. As Shrek was a much funnier movie back in 2001. And a lot of the songs didn't make any sense. You had a scene with some dancing chickens. That's from Chicken Run. That's not even a Disney movie. It's a DreamWorks movie from the 2000s. And it just felt flat. Like there's no ambition behind this movie at all. It's just very, very by the numbers. That's the best way to put it. You could have easily made this movie for under $200 million. You could have made it 80 million, and it would have been fine. Deadpool cost like a third of the budget of this movie, and it looks better. Even Deadpool 2. Money doesn't make your movie good. A solid script and solid foundation of a story does, and characters I can root for. There was nothing for me to root for with Asha. The actress is just not for me, really, and I thought not because it's a girl, Josh, because she's not interesting. She's kind of boring. There's nothing to her character. Elsa has ice powers. Anna is the sweet, naive younger sister. Olaf was a cute snowman, and Kristoff was, the ice guy, but with a reindeer, and he can sing. And also in this movie, I miss when Disney had romances that were not gay. That's what was their bread and butter back in the day. They had a princess movie. She always ended up with a prince at the end, or marrying somebody that was male. That's that's supposed to be, guys. Sorry, but here Asha has no boyfriend. The romance, there's no romance at all. It's like barely existing, and that's a problem for me. It's been a problem for me for a while now. But yeah, to celebrate it should have been better. For the 100-year anniversary, they should have made a movie that blew us away, and that's why the Academy skipped this entirely, and it deserves to, because it's not memorable at all. It's forgettable, and your kids will like it. If you put this on for them for 90 minutes, it'll grab their attention, but they're not going to get anything out of it. It's just noise in the background, and I'm like, it could have been better. It's not horrendous. I wouldn't put this in my top worst of last year, but it's forgettable. Like, if you've seen one Disney movie, you've seen them all if you've seen this. And they have done way better. But they've also done a lot worse, too. But it's average. And if you don't see it, you're not missing much. It's just another film that they threw in 2023 that bombed, and it deserved to. But anyway, that's my thoughts on Wish. It had its moments. I like Magnifico. I like 2 of the songs. Some of the animation's fine, and it's shorts, but that's all I can say. The star was cute, but that's about it. The story and the characters were not that interesting, and it just went by quick, and I was like, that's it? Wow, this is as forgettable as Turning Red was. That's why that didn't win the Oscar. Do better, Disney. I mean, in Canto, at least I remember Bruno, and I remember the house. Here, I forgot everything. Anyway, that's my review for Wish. So thanks for watching. Acknowledge me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.